everyone! Welcome to Souped Up Recipes. I'm Mandy. Today we're making crispy breaded pork chop. This is one of the most popular street food in Shanghai. I'm going to show you the secret of how to make the pork extra crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. Just listen to this crust. I'm sure you're drooling. Let's get started. I have got here 1 pound of boneless pork chop, which is already sliced into 1/2-inch thick pieces. Get a sharp knife to make some cuts on the thin layer of fat around the edge of the pork chop. This will prevent the silver skin from shrinking and the meat will not bulge up while cooking. You could remove the silver skin and the fat, but I just like to keep it for more flavor. Next, use the back of your knife to slightly hit the meat. This will break down the tough meat fiber, so the pork will come out tender. Pork chop is very lean. If you don't tenderize it correctly, it becomes tough, chewy, and dry. Switch an angle and run your knife over again. Flip the pork and do the same thing to the other side. Next is the marinade. You will need 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1½ teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of ginger powder. You can also use fresh garlic and ginger if you prefer. Last, 1/2 cup of buttermilk. This is a fusion recipe that is originally come from Vienna during the Shanghai International Settlement time, so don't be surprised that we are using buttermilk here. I know it still looks very liquidy right now. Don't worry, just let this sit in the fridge for 2 hours. Overnight will be even better. Take it out of the fridge. Now you can see that most of the liquid is gone. That is the secret to a juicy pork chop. You have to give it enough time for the pork to absorb the moisture. Add 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Mix well. A thin layer of batter will help to catch more coating. Speak about the coating. It is a little bit special. This is 1½ cup of all-purpose flour. Add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of white pepper, and 1 tablespoon of baking powder, which will introduce some fluffiness into the crusty layer. Whisk thoroughly. Here comes my second secret. Slowly drizzle in 2 to 3 tablespoons of water little by little, and stir at the same time. We want to create some small little lumps. Rub the flour in between your hands to make the lumps even. These flour bits will attach onto the pork and create an extra crispy layer. Use a fork to pick up a piece of pork and put it on the flour. Then bury the pork and give a few solid press. Shake off the excess flour and set it aside onto a rack. Continue to coat the next piece of pork. Fork is very helpful here because you don't need to touch the wet pork with your bare hand. Once you have coated all the pork, let it rest for 15 minutes so the dry flour has enough time to bond together and it will fall off less when deep frying. You could let the pork rest on a flat board, but the flour clumps on the bottom side will compact together and lose some of the fluffiness. During this time, you can heat your oil to 360 degrees Fahrenheit. I can only fry 2 pieces at a time because I don't like to crowd the wok, otherwise it will drop down the temperature too fast, which is a risk of drying out the pork. This would take 6 to 8 minutes, or you can go by the color. Once the outside is perfectly golden, you can take it out. Okay, I just can't wait to show you how crispy it is. That sounds amazing. Those flour crumbs created a thick and rough coating, so the crispy layer doesn't turn soft easily. It can stay crispy for a long time. Also, we marinated the pork very well. It is so flavorful and juicy inside. This is usually served with Worcestershire sauce. I know you're probably wondering why. Lots of classic Shanghai street food are usually served with something called spicy soy sauce, which is a Chinese variant of Worcestershire sauce. It was brought from England in the 19th century. Personally, I think the umami taste and a slight touch of sourness pairs really well with the deep fried crispy food. I hope you give this a try soon. As always, you can click the link in the description and find the printable recipe. Don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with your friends and families. That really encourages me to continue to make more delicious recipes. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!